next for Ben Simmons with KD gone out of the Nets, Kyrie gone as well on the Mavs? What's next for Ben Simmons? Because they just went from fourth seed contenders, maybe one of the favorites in the East to win the whole thing. So now it's just been there. So what's really next for Ben Simmons? Go ahead, Ace. Tell me what you got on Ben Simmons. What you thinking?
I'm thinking it's over for him.
Mm.
I'm thinking his career is just might be done, bro. If you look to see his usage since, let's say, the end of December. I mean, the end of January. I'm sorry. You can tell, like, it shows that his minutes have been reducing. And you look at Coach Vaughn's press conference about him and everything. You know, to me, it just seems like he's just unsure. The team is really unsure how he fit in, especially with these new pieces now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't know the right fit for him. They don't know the right lineup to put around him and everything like that. So I feel like he's just gonna ride the bench and like, come on, like, bro, he averaging 6'6". It's over.
He is not Drake. He is not Drake.
He obviously the devil or something.
It ain't. Go ahead, Sheldon. I know you love Ben Simmons. You gonna bust out that Philly Ben Simmons jersey for us right quick? Go ahead, tell us about Ben.
I still believe in Ben.
What is it, bro? Like, why can't he get back to that Ben Simmons?
Because
we know what Ben Simmons can be. Why can't he get back to
maybe this just like what's going on?
He still has the demons in his head. He still has the demons. I think he just hasn't gone through it, honestly. Because he's had spurts, but not a lot of spurts this year of what he can really do. And I feel like I'm not even gonna use the excuses fit because he had KD and Kyrie next to him and he did nothing. But I feel like Jacques Vaughn has basically kind of given up on him. But I feel like if they do trade him, I think, bro, I don't want to hear that there's nobody that wants, bro. Somebody wants him. And I feel like it's just the right team that wants him. Like what? Because like you have to put, he's basically LeBron with no shot. So basically you just have to put shooters around him. You can't put, obviously, like A said in press conference, Jacques Vaughn, he said, if you put him next to Claxton, he's basically going to clog the hole. Duh. Of course. He can't do nothing. Because he can't shoot. But if you put him next to, obviously, like when he had Joel Embiid, because look, all them people we had, even when he had J.J. Redick, Frank Korkmaz, obviously Joel, Tobias Harris, Jimmy Butler, he had all them, Tyrese Maxey. He had shooters. He had shooters around him. You have to put the shooters around him. And I just feel like he's just giving up on him. But I think if he goes to the right situation, we can see the next Ben Simmons. But I ain't gonna go. No, his career's over.
Hold on, wait, Cheryl.
He just don't. He don't. It look like he don't even be trying though.
Let me.
Like he just be out there. He just out there gonna grab a couple boards. He ain't really trying to press. He ain't trying to press nobody. He ain't locking nobody up. He getting beat on defense. He's just not a game changer no more. And it's like he's not even trying to be something.
I think the demons is still in his head. Like I said, I think he just hasn't beaten the demons.
What's a better situation?
I think it's career over.
What's a better situation for Ben to be like you was around KD and Kyrie? What better shooters is it to put around Seth Curry too? What better shooters? What's a better situation?
Okay, Seth Curry went on. He wasn't doing nothing.
But it's still a Curry.
But I give you the KD.
What's
KD,
the better
Kyrie.
situation? It wasn't no better situation for him than that. What's the better situation for Ben?
I think he needs to really, because sometimes I do think like when he goes into the off season, he just probably just be chilling. He probably works out here and there, but he probably just be chilling, going out the country somewhere and doing his thing. But he hasn't. I feel like he hasn't really.
He cared too much about.
I feel like he hasn't sitting down.
Kardashian curse.
He not even. He was literally just engaged to a different woman though. He literally just broke up with his fiance. He asked for.
I feel like
don't nobody ever recover from that Kardashian curse.
Devin Booker?
Look at Chris Humphries. Okay, with the exception, but
I feel like he hasn't sat down and really thought about, okay, I'm scared to go to the hole. I'm scared to get foul or whatever. He hasn't sat down and talked to himself about that. And he just don't think about it. But I'm like I said, I'm not gonna say he's on his way out the league. I'm not gonna. He's younger than us, so I don't think he's
low-key be forgetting that.
Look, this my thing with Ben.
Low-key be forgetting that.
I think Ben Simmons Right now, I don't think. I think it don't even matter if you trade Ben. I think his trade value is low. I think if you trade Ben
It's
right now,
low.
it's more about what you used to do. Ben needs to get. He needs to understand this is a what have you done for me now league. Ben Simmons needs to prove to us that he's still a good, high quality All Star player. He hasn't proven to us. He needs to get out there and say that I can average more than 6 points. Like he can actually average. He can't just average 15, 16. Ben Simmons needs to average somewhere near 18, 19 points, maybe low 20s. He needs to get there. Ben Simmons he got coddled. And I think we finally seeing the coach that's actually spanking him, cutting his minutes down, saying that you can't get away with not shooting. Ben fouling out beginning of the season. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. Ben Simmons is probably one of the biggest reasons that the Nets won as good as they could have been. It's real. He deserves some phone because he wasn't out there. He wasn't playing the defense that we thought he could be. He wasn't being that great of a passer, and he could not. He just refused to shoot the damn ball. He had like multiple games with 0 points, bro. You Ben Simmons all stars. Where you gonna trade Ben Simmons to? If you just came from a team with all these shooters around you, where can Ben Simmons really go? Where can he really go?
Honestly, off the top of my head, I really don't know. I have to go back later and think of that.
Miami.
But you just gotta, like I said, bro. He hasn't confronted the demons, and I still think he can be Philly Ben Simmons. I mean, you said he got an average 18, 19. And I think he can do that. But remember, on Philly, he was basically 18, 8, and 8. And I feel like he can do that. But man, when he played against the Hawks, man, that just
Bro,
messed him up. It really just messed him up from there. It really just messed him up. And then basically the Sixers giving up on him, basically like they talked about him. And I mean, obviously we're all different people, we just feel differently from it. Like when they basically said all that stuff in the press conference, we probably would have said, man, whatever. But to him, it was probably just different. Like they just basically said, it's your fault that we lost. That's basically what they said. It's your fault that
okay,
we
I got
lost.
this question. So the contenders right now for a ring, we got the Celtics. He don't fit on the Celtics.
He's
He
not
don't
going there.
fit on the 76ers. He don't fit on the Bucks. He don't fit on Denver. He don't fit on the Lakers. He don't fit on the Mavs. He don't fit on the Suns. Where can Ben Simmons go? He
Who
don't
said
fit on the Grizzlies.
who said anything about
But I'm just
contenders?
saying, like with Ben Simmons, he was one of those players. Like this last year was like, man, Ben Simmons, Philly trade him. He can go to if he do this, he go here. He put them on this. He put them on top. Man, Ben Simmons, any of those teams we say just a year back looking to, he go to any of those teams. Ben Simmons don't do nothing to help them. Man, Ben Simmons, he
I think
fight
he can
more
still
than
help him on the
demons.
defensive end.
He fight more than demons.
If anything, if anything, you're just gonna be a defensive player. Not, I don't want you. I definitely don't want the ball in your hands. I really don't want you trying to set
Dorian
people up
Finney
too.
still better than
I seen your
No, you
turnovers.
capping on that, bro. Don't act like his
Nah,
pass
bro.
his passing and
Depending,
setting people up is
he
bad.
got a
Don't do
good
that.
pass. He got a good pass. I'm not
Don't
saying
do
that it's
that, bro.
bad, but it's.
Don't
I'm
do
not
that.
saying that it's bad, bro. But I've been seeing the turnovers lately. I don't trust Ben no more for real.
Don't do that, bro.
I don't trust Ben.
Now if you say, okay, I just want you to maybe post up, but like
do he post up?
initiating
He's
like
not even gonna do that though.
going to
He's
the
not even gonna do
hole
that.
or something, like, okay, I get you that because he's probably just gonna pass it out. But if I just need him to just post up, I mean, I think he can post up. I seen him have some okay post moves. He can do that. But like I said, I don't know. But
Why? If he can
I
do it.
believe in Ben Simmons. I really
Look,
do. I still got faith in
I'm gonna
him.
say this.
I'm not gonna give
I
up on
bet
him.
this I know we're gonna talk about like most disappointing teams, but like this just come to my head. Like Ben Simmons is up there for one of the most disappointing players this season. Like this must this was supposed to have been a redeem. This must have been a redeem. We
It's
got
supposed to be
Paul
a
George
turnaround
coming back,
year.
Kawhi coming back, Dame coming back, John Wall coming back, Kyrie coming back. It's supposed to have been a redeemed season. Ben Simmons is tied with Rudy Gobert for most disappointing player this season.
Yeah, I mean, I can. Yeah, I don't have nothing against that. You can. Yeah, I agree with that because I feel like nobody thought he was gonna play this bad, bro. Like nobody thought he was gonna.
Am I
Like
being too hard?
I
Because
thought
it's
we,
first
I
year
thought he
after
was just gonna
injury.
play
Am I being
good,
too hard?
decent.
It's his first year
Turnaround
after
year.
injury. Am I being too hard on Ben Simmons though?
I mean, no, because he's been playing. Well, he's had injuries, but he's been playing. So it's not like he
How long
just
did he
came
sit
back
out?
like say a month ago. He's been playing, but he's had injuries. So no, not really. I mean, Ben Simmons has been bad this year. He's been worse than
Bro,
bad. He's
what
been terrible. He's been
listen,
garbage.
all that like you say, all that coddling is
Yeah.
over with. No, give it to him straight how it is.
Markel Fultz playing
Take his
better than
minutes
him.
away.
And they got him up out of there. Markel Fultz playing better than him.
I mean, but think about it though.
Maybe they take the right situation in.
Think about it though. It took Markel a moment to get rid of the demons in his head with the shooting woes, though. It did take him a minute. I'm not gonna say that could happen with Ben Simmons, but we can't act like Markel Fultz didn't have the demons of shooting in his head, and then it took him a minute to get back to being decent.
I'm gonna say this about Markel Fultz. Markel Fultz, when he got down into Orlando, he did have some times when he was trying to get it going. He got it going, tore his ACL. He got it going before he tore his ACL. I was like, dang, yo, Markel Fultz, he was one of the highest rated point guards in the pick and roll. He was super efficient. Tore his ACL, got back this year, and I'm like, yo, this dude is still good. He playing even better now, shooting the ball well. I'm gonna say Markel Fultz. He was in Philly. He dealt with a lot. Now he back home because I think he grew up in Orlando, Florida, or something like that. So, I mean, I always say this. These players need to think about going to like these small markets. Ben Simmons, maybe it's time for you to go to like a. You can't even go to the Jazz.
Well, I mean, it was a team that believed in Markel, and I'm not gonna say the 76ers didn't help Markel Fultz try to get through his shooting, but the Magic traded for him. That means they wanted him and they believed in him. And obviously, at that time, you had Markel, Ben Simmons, Joel. Obviously, at that time, Ben Simmons was way better than Markel. He was way better than him. So obviously, you're going to choose Ben Simmons over Markel. But the Magic believed in him. It took him a minute. To get past the shooting woes. And obviously, and he's the starting point guard now. And he's playing decent. He ain't playing raw. He's not playing like the number one pick he was, but he's playing decent. I give him that. He's playing decent. But it took him a minute to get past them shooting. It took him a minute. Like, we can't act like it took him a year. And then it took him more than a year to get past them shooting.
So how much time you giving Ben Simmons? We gave Markel Fultz 2 seasons. Then
no, I'm not giving him that long. I'm gonna give Ben Simmons at least probably, I'd say at least another year, because they probably will trade him. Because I don't care what nobody says. Ben Simmons has not been the best player on that team. He's not the best player on that team right now, but he is the best player. He's the best player, but he's not playing like the best player. I don't care what nobody says. He's the best player.
How much more time you giving Ben Simmons? No more time. I'm gonna give Ben Simmons about a season and a half. And so with that, we're gonna move on to the next topic.
It's plenty up and coming.
And then another thing, real quick.
Final thoughts.
One more thing. Bro, as a coach, you basically can't say to your player in the press, we basically can't do nothing with you. You can't say that. You can't say that.
I did have that in my notes. Like, okay, Coach Vaughn did say you can't necessarily come out to the press and put your mans out like that.
That's the same thing with Doc Rivers. If we pass the ball up instead of shooting a free throw, we don't know what. You can't say that. And I understand the frustration, but bro, as a coach, because if I'm a player, bro, I'm gonna look at you sideways like, bro, what? Why you say that?
I didn't find nothing wrong with what he said, honestly. I feel like he sugarcoated what he really wanted to say. I feel like he wanted to say we can't win with him. It's nothing that we can really do with him. He doesn't fit with us. I feel like that's what he wanted to say. But he sugarcoated it, says, we don't really know where he fit in right now. We're trying out all these different lineups around him, putting pieces around him, to see what works, and it just hasn't been working.
He could have easily
said
that shit. He could have said something like, yeah, we just got a bunch of new players because we made two big trades for our team. Now we got to figure out how we gonna mix Ben Simmons into with this new group, yada yada yada. But basically saying he can't fit with Claxton. It's like you can't say that
before they made that trade.
You can't say that. You just can't do that, bro. Now, if you want to say it, if you want to do it in closed doors, fine. But you're saying it to the media. Now look at us now talking about him because they put it
Coach
out there.
Ron speaking for the people, just like when he's speaking for the people, just like when he said about like the knee contusion versus knee soreness. He's speaking for the people. He being real honest. Ben been coddled so long in his career, like it doesn't matter. At this point, Ben should have a thick enough skin to deal with it. So we're gonna just move on from it.